Hey familia, Miranda here, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys all of my latest Amazon pickups. I have quite the load here today, you guys. I've been accumulating stuff for like over the past month and a half or so. There's just been so many good deals on Amazon. Everything from like super cheap titles to price drops and, you know, the whole Black Friday thing going on. So I literally have the whole shebang here today, you guys. I am waiting on one pre-order title that will be here next week, but I did not want to wait any longer since I already have so much to share with you. But I do literally have 4Ks, Steelbooks, Blu-rays, couple of DVDs. Some of the titles I got were Vestron and Arrow and stuff like that. Some of the newer releases and whatnot. So let's go ahead and see what goodies I picked up. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the 4Ks. I'm actually very happy that I finally have this now, and especially because it dropped in price. Like literally a couple weeks after this was released, it dropped down to like 17 bucks or so. So I had to go ahead and snag it at that price. But we do have the 4K of Nope. Now, like I said, I have not seen this yet, but I am super looking forward to it. I'm a fan of Jordan Peele. I loved all of his other films, so I'm almost certain that I will enjoy this one as well. But yeah, I had to get this one at least on 4K. I kind of wanted the Walmart exclusive just because the slip is kind of interesting looking with, you know, the eye and stuff. But yeah, for the price, I just went ahead and snagged just the regular 4K slip here and whatnot. So looking forward to checking this one out. All right, and the other 4K I got, so I caved and I went ahead and got this. Mainly because I freaking love the slipcover on this, and that is the I Know What You Did Last Summer on 4K. I mean, I do have the, you know, 3 movies in a DVD set and that little like box set, but yeah, this was too good to pass up, you guys. I loved this film growing up. Well, all the films actually. So this is a classic, you know, from when I was younger and whatnot, and it's just a great little slasher flick, and I'm happy to have this on 4K, you guys. Cannot wait to see what it looks like. There is the artwork underneath. But yeah, so this slipcover, you guys, I freaking love it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the Blu-ray. So I went ahead and picked up this Sorry to Bother You. It was like 7 bucks. Wasn't really on my radar, but somebody recently recommended it. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick it up, see what it's all about. I don't really know what to expect with this. I really know nothing about it, but hey, I thought I would go ahead and check it out. This next one, you guys, so I streamed this film earlier this year. I believe it was on Shudder. And yeah, I'd heard like crazy things about this film. And so yeah, I pretty much kind of fell in love with it. But it is wild. It is one crazy bloodbath. If you're preggers, do not watch this film. But I did pick up Inside, or in Spanish, Al Interior, which I believe this is actually the only way that you can get the Blu-ray is with the Spanish title on it, unfortunately, which normally I wouldn't be okay with that, but since it's the only way to get the Blu-ray of it, as far as I know, I had to snag it. It's a little pricey, yes, and I wouldn't actually mind finding a copy of the DVD version just so that I have one that actually says Inside. But this movie, you guys, is just freaking insane. Like I said, it's one crazy bloodbath. And it's one of the few films that the ending just totally freaking like pissed me off. And so yeah, I'm just happy to have this in the collection. I don't know how often I'll watch it, but I'm happy to have it in the collection at least. But it is quite disturbing. Next up, I am very excited to add this one to the collection. I have not seen this one in forever. There's one scene in particular that to this day still freaks me out. But I did pick up Tales from the Hood. And yeah, you guys, so I'm just happy to have this. Normally it goes for like 20 bucks, but it actually had a price drop. And so that's the only reason why I decided to snag it now, because it dropped in price. But I am very stoked to have this now in the collection. Tales from the Hood. Cannot wait to revisit this. All right, next up we have Frailty, which I don't think I've ever seen this one, but everybody's been snagging this one since it's so cheap, so I thought I would too. So we got that one. And then I finally decided to get the Hey Arnold movie because it was on sale as well. I love the show growing up, and I love this movie when it came out, so I'm excited to revisit Hey Arnold, the movie. And then this one right here was super cheap. Everybody's been snagging this one too, and that is Copycat. I've never seen this, but I have heard nothing but great things about it. So looking forward to checking this one out. Unfortunately, this did come with the disc loose, but it was perfectly fine. Next up, we have Watcher. Now, I did already open this. I already watched it. Well, I mean, not on the Blu-ray, but I streamed this, earlier in the month or whatever on Shudder, and I fell in love with this film and had to get it when it was released. And so I did actually review this in my episode of first viewing, the last one, the 4th episode, I believe. So feel free to check that out. But yeah, you guys, I love this film so much. I cannot stress enough how much I loved it. And it's honestly, I would have to say, one of my favorites from this year. So we have Watcher. Then I did go ahead and pick up, I'm not sure how you want to pronounce this, but Cyrano. I don't know. But I love me some Peter Dinklage, so wanted to go ahead and check this one out. And then just in time for the holidays, we got Jingle All the Way, went on sale, so I need to go ahead and upgrade this one. Next up, I have this film, Spontaneous. So I've actually been super curious about this film. It is kind of a coming of age, and then also it just seems like a fun concept where these students just start blowing up for some reason, just out of nowhere. So it definitely just seems like it's going to be a fun film, maybe kind of cheesy, but with like a little like coming of age love story tied in. I don't know. And I do really enjoy Charlie Plummer, so I'm excited to check this one out. Then I did go ahead and pick up the Sharknado collection here. You get all 6 films. I have not seen any of them, but I mean, I figured I need this for the collection no matter how cheesy they are, because you gotta love them cheesy shark flicks. I haven't opened this yet, but I have heard, like from other people saying that the discs inside, there's only 2 discs and 3 films on each one. So that's not the greatest, but happy to have this in the collection nonetheless. And then I did go ahead and upgrade the Banana Splits movie because it was on sale. I love this one. I thought it was super fun. I mean, it's in a way kind of like Willy's Wonderland. But like the whole like setting is different. But I mean, yeah, I just think that this was a super fun film. There was some good gore in it, and I just had a blast with this, you guys. So highly recommend this one. I do like this one better than Willy's Wonderland. And then I did also go ahead and upgrade Willow because it was also on sale, and I just recently watched it for the first time. And yeah, this one too, I recently reviewed in one of my first viewing episodes. And so yeah, I love this film. It's just, and I get why it's a classic, it's just great. All right, so next up, I do have a few Arrow titles. They're ones that I've really been wanting for a while, and they just were at some pretty decent prices, so I went ahead and just snagged them now. So this one I actually have seen a long time ago, and I just remember this being very cheesy and fun and just an interesting concept. And that is Microwave Massacre. Though it's not the artwork that they show you on Amazon. I'm assuming that maybe this should have a slip or something, I don't know. But what I find interesting is this is supposed to be a Blu-ray, so why the heck is it in a 4K case? I don't get that. Somebody explain that to me. I don't know. But yeah, Microwave Massacre. I do remember watching this like on TV or something, and I'm just happy to have this one in the collection. Then I did go ahead and pick up Reanimator, which I again streamed for the first time this year, and yeah, I totally get why this is a classic and why everybody loves it. I sure enjoyed the heck out of it. It's just fun and cheesy. So Reanimator, happy to have this one in the collection. Now this next one I have not seen, and honestly, I don't know how well I'm going to do with this film, and I'd been a little hesitant to get it, and that is Slugs. So let's just say I have not had the best of encounters with slugs, you guys. There's been a few incidences that have just been gross and whatnot, and yeah, so I don't know how well my stomach's gonna hold up with this because it's slugs and I hate them. I despise them. You guys, I will admit, I am the mean one. I am the mean one that pours salt on slugs. I'm sorry. I know, I shouldn't, but yeah, I can't stand. They give me the heebie-jeebies, you guys. Like, I've had the weirdest encounters, and I just, no. So, even when I was younger, I had this babysitter, and her backyard was like plagued with slugs, you guys. Like, on the lawn, on the swing set. So, when I was at my babysitter's house, I would literally spend my days pouring salt on all the slugs just to get rid of them. I know, I mean you guys, but yeah, so I'm hoping my stomach will hold up for this. I don't know how intense this is or what, but yeah, we got slugs. I've been curious about it. All right, so the next couple of films that I have here are ones that I actually hear are pretty dang messed up. As you guys know, I'm always open to, you know, any kind of film. So yeah, even the most disturbing ones. So I did pick up Ichi the Killer. I hear this one's pretty dang crazy. It is about this like sadistic Yakuza enforcer. He's trying to find his boss's killer, and it brings him to, you know, Ichi the Killer, and stuff. So it sounds like it's gonna be a pretty wild ride, pretty bloody, pretty brutal. We shall see. And then this other one too, I've been super curious about this. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this was actually a true story. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it is The Untold Story. So this is the story of the 1978 Hong Kong murder that took place. And it's about the owner, well, supposed owner, of the Eight Immortals restaurant. Famous for its delicious pork buns. So you can kind of, you know, put those together and see what this film is about. But yeah, this sounds so crazy, you guys. It just sounds like a really crazy story. And so I am very, very curious to check this one out. So I did pick up a few Vestron titles. Obviously, I had to get the newest one, Earth Girls Are Easy. I have never seen this, but I've heard it's a pretty fun time. And so I'm looking forward to checking this one out. I mean, especially the cast in this is just, you know, flat out amazing. So yeah, the title like that, it sounds kind of cheesy. So I'm looking forward to this one a lot. So we got the slip. It's the same artwork and everything on those. And then a couple of these actually dropped in price, so that's kind of why I got them. I don't really know what to expect with this one. I've kind of heard mixed reviews on it, but it is I'm trying to see what year. This is the 1963 version of Dementia 13. So yeah, I went ahead and scooped this one up. And then the other one that I got is one that I really wanted just for the 240s, and that is Dream a Little Dream. Haven't heard the greatest of things on this film, but I thought I would go ahead and pick it up anyways. So I did snag a few items from the, you know, Black Friday stuff. I already had like a lot of the stuff that's there, so I just really didn't need anything. Could have upgraded some things, but I just decided not to. But there was a few films that went on sale for Black Friday, and I decided to go ahead and pick them up. So I went ahead and picked up Father Stu. I mean, who doesn't love them? Some Mark Wahlberg, but that just sounds like a very interesting true story. So I'm looking forward to this one. And then I did go ahead and pick up Dog. I mean, I do like me some Channing Tatum, and I love, like, you know, dog films, so why not? And then I've heard great things about this one, so looking forward to it. And that is Belfast. Then this one was super duper cheap, and I'm surprised that it came with a slip because this film was only like $4, and it's inspired by incredible true events, and that is this film called Infidel. Yeah, and I didn't really know anything about this film, but in what I read on the back, I mean, it's about this kidnapping, you know, being taken hostage. It takes place in the Middle East, and it's this guy, he's a journalist, he's over there, and so they charge him with espionage, and so, you know, he doesn't have like any help. His wife decides to take matters into her own hands and find a way to, you know, bring him home. So it definitely sounds interesting, kind of sad, but at the same time, I mean, the wife going out of her way to go and save her husband, that's just amazing. So being the completionist that I am, I did have to go ahead and pick up Orphan First Kill. I mean, obviously, I love the first film. I've heard mostly bad things about this one, so I don't really expect much from it, and I don't expect to love it. But yeah, I still wanted to go ahead and check it out anyways, and obviously have it as part of the collection. And then I did go ahead and pick up Fall. This is another one too I've kind of heard some mixed reviews on. More good than bad, I guess you could say. But yeah, this just looks interesting, and I'm just kind of curious at how well I'm gonna do with this one, considering like the movie The Walk made me like very nauseated because I'm just not a fan of like heights. So this, I don't know, we'll see how I do. All right, so next I'm gonna go ahead and do the Steelbooks and then the DVDs, and then we'll be done. So first up, I did go ahead and pick up the Catch Me If You Can Steelbook, which is super, super nice. I love this Steelbook, you guys. I actually had to order it again because my first one actually came damaged. It had some weird like dot thingies here and then like a scratch on the back, which you couldn't see because obviously the J card here, the J card was covering up the back of it. So, but yeah, it's a nice looking Steelbook. It's a great movie, you guys, obviously. The inside, so you just have a plain old Blu-ray disc, and then the artwork inside looks like that. So yeah, pretty dang nice. Then the other Steelbook that I have is the 4K Steelbook of The Running Man. And this one actually comes with a really nice slipcover on it, as you can see. But then you take it out and the artwork under there looks like this. So I've actually never seen this film, but I have heard nothing but amazing things about it. It's a super nice looking Steelbook, you guys. So it's just the 4K in here. It's plain. And then the artwork looks like that. And I believe there's like another Steelbook out there that kind of has like this artwork on it, which is also super nice. I'm assuming that one might just be like Blu-ray. But yeah, this one is the 4K. So definitely looking forward to checking it out since I've heard some great things about it. Down to the 2 DVDs that I got. So first up, we got an extremely goofy movie. I got this one because it's been on my list forever and it actually dropped to like half price, which is awesome. So I went ahead and got it because I do have the first one, so I just needed this one. I've always enjoyed the goofy movies. They're loads of fun, you guys, and they're just funny. And yeah, it's just nostalgic, the goofy movies. And then the last one that I got is this 4-film favorites. It's the Love and Laughs collection. But so kind of what sparked this purchase is this film right here, King's Ransom. That has been in the back of my mind for like ever. And so I just have been wanting to revisit it. And so I found this set here. So I didn't have to buy it like individually. I did have Love Don't Cost a Thing. I love this film. I mean, Nick Cannon and Christina Milian, the chemistry in this is on fire. But yeah, and so King's Ransom, I really enjoyed it. It was super funny. And then this one right here, A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. I kind of forgotten about that one up until recently, and I remember really liking it. The only one that I have not seen is Strictly Business, but this is a pretty cool little set, you guys, and it was super cheap too. It was like under 10 bucks. So yeah, I had to go ahead and snag that. So that is everything for today, you guys. I know it was a lot of pickups for a month and a half. But anywho, hopefully you guys enjoyed my picks. Let me know your thoughts on some of these films and whatnot. Thank you so much for watching. Join the family if you have not, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.